here we go. The next day. This is the 28th of December 2019. This is being recorded. Hank is our first champion. He has Orc, and his first challenge is to only take 500 maximum damage on the pillar for the first week, and we're at day 1 of the first week. First creatures have been spawned. Some wolves and trolls. This looks like home sweet home for these orcs, to be honest, dealing with these kind of creatures. As they would in the wilds. They know their strengths and their weaknesses. Claws attack +9 is pretty good early on. But there's not exactly a super unit to put it on. So yeah, I mean, most people I think would go with Dragonhawk Rider though. If he's given to you as an early option. Because he's just solid anti-air. Steel armor. Interesting. So he's going with upgrades, which can actually be more beneficial in the long run, providing that you can get enough units to support that. It's also something I like to do because not only do you have it like on a permanent basis, but it also blends in quite nicely for the day 4 strategy where you sacrifice all units and get a special unit, and then you can build up normal forces around that. Because you're going to kill all your units anyway, if that's what you're going to do. So getting an extra Murloc or an extra Grunt or something doesn't mean anything if you're going to intend to sacrifice in the first place. So you may as well get something that's going to be more long-living. The Orc armor's pretty good though, because it benefits both the Headhunters and the Grunts. Troll Headhunter's a nice pick as well, and he went with that. Plus he gets the heal. We could get steel melee weapons as well. We know that Trolls are pretty good in this, because I've done quite well in this game, utilising Trolls as well. They have a nice job there, responding to the Dark Troll on the pillar. They can get like regeneration and the upgrade. They're just very strong 2-food units if you upgrade them enough. Because Riflemen, Fiends, they're 3-food units. But Troll Headhunters are actually 2-food units. So pound for pound, they're actually pretty damn strong. Still ranged weapons. I think he would go with that, wouldn't he? I'd be surprised if he didn't pick it. Yeah. I mean, this is a really strong character. 300 mana, 28 to 37 damage, has good spells, should have slow and abolish magic. Both very practical, very useful.
A town is under siege.
Yeah, just get that one troll to distract. There's a lot of trolls in this game. Make sure that sound isn't popping. This is the weird ambient soundtrack, this one. Thorium armor. Is that the next level up? No, that's steel armor. Thorium armor, what's that for then? Oh. I do. Hang on a second. What did I do wrong then? This just says steel armor. Upgrade. Steel armor level 1. I suppose it is the upgrade then. It doesn't tell you what the next one is, so to speak. Hippo's a good pick. Really strong anti-air unit. Solid health, solid damage. Just a good all-rounder for anti-air. It's a reliable unit. You can attack, move it, and know it's going to do a good job. Don't have to like concentrate with it as much as you would with like a gargoyle or something. Trying to distribute the damage quite evenly amongst his group here, which is a good move because some of the rewards are like plus 100 health to all units. So if you try to allow all the units to take damage rather than one unit taking too much damage, you'll get more value from those heals. So I like that kind of thing. +1 food supply though. It pains me to get +1 food supply when I know that a lot of the time you can get +2 food supply. 2 down, stubborn. May as well pick off the back quite quickly. Yeah.
Forces are under attack.
I don't think he's auto casting slow. He's manually controlling that. Strong to put on Frostworm, Chimera, Abomination, Knight. A stronger unit like that. Slow is better suited for. Nice. Goes with the Enrage. The other options weren't particularly great. This is actually nasty. Does he have his Divine Shield? Because that's horrible if he does. He does. Okay. That's a really good body block from the Grunt. It's going to be hard to keep this up though. That's a tough unit to go against. That's enraged. Watch out for these two. I think I'd rather lose a Grunt than a Headhunter. So if you had to make that choice... Overlord Arachnotid. Isn't it Fid? But anyway. It's pretty good. Or the +2 food supply. Providing command aura. So that's a little bit extra damage. It looks like it's plus 10% damage. It's not Malachite, it's Malachite. Flawless. You should know that. It's got a Druid of the Talon. You don't normally see that one. And a Tusker Fighter. I don't think he got the best options there when it came to the reward options. You don't... I don't think you always get to see what the reward options are. That was probably one of the weaker ones. He's got a really big army now. Very early on into the game. This is only the second week and he's got 27 food. Just needs healing wards or something to... And none of that is what he wants. No. Berserker strength is like so meh, really. It's more damage and health for the grunts, but it doesn't look like the grunts are going to last very long. You don't get to see challenge rewards because they are all the same, except units. So what were the other options then, if they're not units?
A player's forces are under attack.
Kill 2 units within 2 seconds from one another. Oh yeah, the challenge is quite challenging. I guess that's quite apt. It's more challenging when you essentially have like no health on all of your units, because you want to concentrate on your units not losing anything, then trying to make sure you kill 2 units within 2 seconds. Wand of Neutralization. That's the one that doesn't run out. I always ask that question, but I always wonder if it's the one that's got charges. I would definitely take that. That would remove the slow. Wand of Neutralization is sick. He's gone with 60% enemies spawn polymorph. There's a reason behind that though. It's because he's so low on health. He wants to buy time until he can get a heal. Good. Hippo's coming in. Oh, not bad. Not sure what happened with the polymorph deal there. Damn, he's not getting any good rewards at all. This is my run, isn't it? This is what happens when I when I run the game. It's like never a good reward. Just always garbage. This lady, I think, can possess. Pretty good one to go up against though. She's one of the weaker type mobs of that category. Can be picked off. There's the possession! Takes the grunt and kills the other grunt with like an insta auto attack. Sacrifice all units. The sea giant behemoth is garbage. He goes with the berserker upgrade. Okay, trolls are in it to win it. More health, more damage. Yes, pick off this wolf. Good use of slow on the wolf. Because he has critical strike. You don't want to get unlucky and get crit by him. There's a 4 versus 4 RT map called Friends. And there's a bunch of wolf creeps there. And you can get really unlucky when you fight them. Because you've only got like tier 1 units. Like footmen and stuff. And archers. And they can get a little bit crit happy. And sometimes just like one-shot your units or two-shot your units really quickly. Okay, gets to heal him. There's creatures coming from everywhere, which is not good. He's good versus the remaining creatures, though. It's just the bear that's annoying, I would say. So distract those other creatures and then focus that bear down before he does too much damage. Slow is also useful, though, because the slow is on the bear, to be fair. The bear. Oh, +4 food supply, though. Is he going to go with the enrage? I always go greed. Almost always. He did the challenge as well, which is good. He's thinking it through. He went with the random forces. Okay. That's what people normally try to do. Or at least say you should do, but I think I'll take the enrage. Although that's a pretty nasty one to go enraged against. Because you can't slow it. It's spell immune. So you can't really kite it very easily. It's a really cool creature, that one, actually. He's like spell immune, he's tanky, he's tough, he's like a melee brawler. But at the same time, he casts like Frostbolt. So he has like a stun, like a Mountain King kind of thing. Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Richard Whitty here. Yeah. I Lord Whiskers. Thank you very much there for the sub with the Twitch Prime. File for Mentor, Tormentor, Formenter, 4 versus 4. Frozen Throne, Frozen Throne. It's so abnormal for me to say Frozen Throne. It's just, I can't do it with my accent. I can do it, but it's a lot more work and effort for me. The way I pronounce words, it rolls off the tongue if I say Frozen Throne. It doesn't roll off the tongue if I say Frozen Throne. It's a lot of work to do that for me. I don't think you realise just how hard it is for me to do that. Like, it's too much effort, basically. Pillar is finally getting threatened. Obsidian statue, though, attacking the pillar can, like, do no damage. It's 4 damage per hit, so that's... If you're going to have, like, any creature attack the sacred pillar, the obsidian statue is a pretty good one to leave on it. I think he might go with a heal, but I'm not sure. I gotta say, I don't think Hank has been very fortunate with his item or his rewards so far. He's done a good job considering. He's had to micro his way out of this situation, because I don't think the rewards have been very kind to Hank. Drake. So you got the hippo for that, and he's remembered. Slow on that. Trouble with slow on the troll warlord is it doesn't last very long because it's a level 6 creature. I don't think it does. Although it's going down quite quick. They haven't even got upgraded damage, apart from the command aura. Knight is very good. It's a popular pick. Pretty solid unit. Nothing particularly overpowered about the knight. It just does a good job. Is troll regeneration good? It's very good. Because in a map like this, you don't really heal very easily. Receive new forces not worth more than 4 out of 6. Yikes. So the knight's taken 4 of that food already. So if he gets another good option, he's going to have a difficult choice to make. There's the mana burn. Horrible. There's 2 of them as well. What is it the File Tormentor does? Curse or something, probably. Death Revenant. Silence. Oh, alright. Yeah, it's pretty meh. Costs a lot of mana and it is meh, really. Probably torments you in a file fashion.
A player's forces are under attack.
The enraged Wild King is not to be overlooked. He's got a chippy fast attack, respectable damage, and a high health pool. It's funny how Cloak of Shadows is one of the items. It's regarded as quite a weak item, but could be good in this. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. If you had like a really long-ranged rifleman or something, you attack a mob, shadow meld, attack a mob, shadow meld. You could keep one mob almost indefinitely preoccupied with that. But that's a lot of micro just in itself, so you'd have to be able to auto-attack any other section of the map. Oh, what's leaving the circle? Watch yourself, Hippo. Watch your back. There's a pulverized proc. Oh, I think the knight was attacking that arachnophid. High ping. You can host it next time then, Stylo. You can be blamed. He always gets a freaking pulverize when you don't want him to. Healing wards. Polar Furbolg Shaman's not terrible either. Goes with the healing wards. Very good item right now. Yeah, that's rough. Where are you from, Hank? Another planet? What kind of ping would you have if you played on a different planet? You'd need like 5G at least, wouldn't you? Wireless connection. Australia can no longer sort of claim to have the laggiest ping. It'll be people from outer space that'll be like, ha! I wish I was playing from Australia. They have it easy. You need 10G. When do you get faster light waves? I don't think you do. At least the universe doesn't seem to work that way. But then again, the universe is fast, and we don't really know much about it. But then again, I'm surprised we do know as much as we do know about it. I think that's one of the most incredible things about the human race. It's how the hell they know so much. How do those humans know so much, anyway? Seriously. Considering we've only been out of space so many times, they seem to know a lot about it. That's pretty impressive. It's got a necromancer and a Felguard. Cheeky little chap. You'd think he'd do more than 11 to 12 damage though, wouldn't you? It's one of those weird models that you get used to, but really, he steps outside of his selection circle, his weapon is freaking massive, his swing is far further looking than the mob he's actually attacking, if you see what I mean, like. Doesn't really make sense, that model, but you get used to it. What if there was like another section of the universe that just operated completely differently to how we perceive our section of the universe to operate? So light waves, etc., just completely different speeds. Like different rules, essentially. That was a cheeky demolisher. This headhunter is getting a bit spicy here. Has he got any more healing wars? Yeah. Doesn't really want to go through them all, but I think now would be probably a good time to use another one. Ring of Protection +5 and -1 food supply. It's funny, I never really liked the Ring of Protection, but I think on a map like this, that could be really good. If you have one unit tanking. It's the sole responsibility of taking less damage. Uh-oh, that demolisher's dead. It was pretty unfortunate that they came from the left-hand side. He's used a cripple on the Red Drake from Necromancer. Has he really? The cheeky devil. That means he's going to get a Witch Doctor soon. Stylo programmed it so that you can get units that are based off the researches that you are looking into upgrading. You're more likely to get those units. You need the level 8 mercenary, I think. I say mercenary, neutral creep. The Archmage one, the Renegade Wizard one that has Brilliance Aura. And you need Witch Doctors. And then you're in for a good time.
A player's forces are under attack.
How do your percentages work, Stylo? Or are you not divulging those informations? Too lazy to choose, says he lives in a place where the ISP gets their optical cable damaged every 2 months. The ping is astronomous here. Astronomous is not a word. I say astronomical all the time. If astronomous is a word, I don't use it. It's just astronomous. Did he get troll regen? Yeah, he's got troll regen. What do you want? I don't use it, so it doesn't exist, basically. This hippo doesn't get to do much most rounds, but he's a valued member of the team nonetheless. I didn't actually notice the front paw. He actually has like a hooked talon at the back of his front claws. But on the other side, it goes the other way around, does it? Is that because of a mirror imaging thing? That it goes down like that, but on this side it comes up. That's got to be confusing for the freaking... I think that's because of texturing, isn't it? And mirroring. Mirror texturing that Blizzard sometimes do. It's where you just take like half the face and you just double it over. So one of his claws doesn't actually make sense. I mean, it does its own thing, but it seems impractical to have different talons for your front claws, your front feet. Maybe I'm thinking about it too much, but I'm just thinking about the hippo. Like, look, do you see what I mean? Like, it goes back onto his own leg on this side, but on the other side it actually goes down, which makes more sense, I think. Points downwards, like he can grab things. That's kind of bugging me now. Oh, he gets the Kodo Beast from random forces. That's pretty damn good. You got to be careful though, because when I freaking ate a giant or something, it got me killed. I can't remember. Something bad happened though when I used Devour. Dragon Turtle. Watch out, he's got Carrion... Not Carrion Swarm, Crushing Wave. He's a big lad. But he's going down nonetheless. This little Felguard pops out. Warsong Battle Drums is -2 food, but it is a really nice item. But then again, does it stack with the War Drums? Ah, he went with War Drums increase. Better keep that frickin' Kodo alive, huh? Still hasn't got a Witch Doctor yet. He hasn't got any healing wards left. I thought he might have one, but that'll be a stretch. Nom. Knight is trying to distract at the top. This guy is nasty. Puts down the healing, and he can also put down the little spirits. Very good distribution of damage here amongst all of his units. 28 food. Ah, another +5, but didn't pick it in the first place. He might even go with a +1. He's been doing +1s before. Hey, says Sasha, can you still request maps to be played with a donation, or is that no longer a thing? No, you can do that. It's just preferably not a map that's like 6 hours long. If it is a map that's 6 hours long, I'll play like an hour of it. No. Like, none of that sort of, what is it, TWRPG or whatever the heck that thing is called. Quite a lot of creatures punishing the pillar. Sacrifice 2 units by leaving the circle. Yeah, that challenge does suck. You can use the Felguard for it though, if it didn't get picked off, unfortunately. Yeah, donate 13.37 for each hour. So how much would a 6-hour playthrough of the World RPG cost you? What if we pay you 5 times the request of map monies? So you'll have to pay 10 hours of it. 5 times the request of map monies. What does that mean, Dazzle? Like 10 quid. I don't understand, Dazzle. Your math is confusing me. Replace the random unit with a knight. What did it replace? Was it a headhunter? Because he's got 3 of them. He had 4 before. Means 5 times 13, 37.
Player's forces are under attack.
For 10 hours. Sounds like a raw deal. Because that map could really suck. It's like 10 hours of a terrible map. I don't know if I'd want that. Overlord. Got offered that earlier. Maybe the Wind Rider because it could get an upgrade. Some of the upgrades. Not really great options. 20% chance to get a unit tied to your research. Plus 1% for each research you own. So more researches, the bigger the chance. So even if you had researches that were like for humans and night elves, that would increase his chance to get a witch doctor, would it? Oh, the fiend!
Player's forces are under attack.
Alright, so there you go. That's the new meta. Although I was doing that meta before, which was going very heavy into researches the last bunch of times I've played this map. Although I didn't get as far as I had got in previous attempts, so that's the thing. It's a gamble. Oh my goodness. What is that unholy? He affected your units with it. Oh my god. That's devastating. Necromancer is like highest priority to be killed. He just put like a mass debuff on you that does damage over time. Not just on one target, but on like 5 or 6 different targets. That's some value right there. Bloody hell. That's a new thing to try in 4 versus 4 RT. Get a few necromancers, run some sacrificial ghouls into the middle of the enemy army, and then just unholy frenzy them. Actually give the enemy the debuff. That only works though if you're not actually fighting properly against them. If you run away from them, that'll work. Probably better for 1 versus 1. Yeah, because it's technically a buff. It does give them attack damage. But if they don't get to attack, then it is a debuff. Yes, yes, I know. I'm well aware of how it works. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your input. It's just theoretically there is... like, there's something behind it that can actually make it very valuable. Into enemy workers with 1 necro and 1 skeleton. Yeah. Like, that's a legit thing. Like, how much damage does it do? Isn't it like 5 damage per second and it lasts for like 45 seconds? Could that one-shot a worker? Yeah, you could team kill. I mean, I kind of used to do that. Not like massively. It's just like, you know, a funny sort of one. But that was with like single target unholy frenzy. Just kited them all around the ring of the arena. You don't think it would one-shot a worker? Quick, we need someone to look it up. How much damage does unholy frenzy do? Snarecast is good. I think it's a bit too risky to go day 7 in rage now. Even though that's cool. Force food supply. Goes with the polar furbolg, which is just like a melee brawler. It's free DPS, is it? Are you sure? Ouch. Salamander lasted a long time. 30% chance that a research you get offered will be tied to a unit you have. Yep. Effect is 45 seconds. 50-50 units air, ground, organic. Units take 4 damage per second for 45 seconds. So 10 seconds is 40 damage. 40, 80, 120, 160. So 180 damage. Is it?
Player's forces are under attack.
That's enough to kill a wisp, I think. Wisps are like 120 health. You'll be hard pressed to kill anything else though. With like 1. And that wisp, because of the way Unholy Frenzy works now, you have to like, it's an AOE, an area of effect basically. So if you did catch multiple wisps with it, he'd just detonate one wisp and remove it from all the others. New patches says it's free DPS, so it's even less. That's a buff to the people that want it, though.
Players' forces are under attack.
If you combine it with Acid Bomb. So it's a new undead alchemist necromancer strategy.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy. It's your
Getting a
boy,
bit rough now for
Richard
Hank.
Whitty here, yeah.
Blib.
First anniversary 3.
Thank you. To Blibbers. New strat that I won't ever do because I don't play 1 versus 1. Undead Dots team can call it Affliction Warlock strategy. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's how it works in retail version of World of Warcraft. You just AoE all of your dots at the same time with one ability, but back in my day, you used to have to cast each one. Replace random unit with Abomination. It'd be nice to know which unit gets replaced.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think we're starting to see the beginning of the end for old Hank. Food supply is going down, and there's not really enough healing coming in. I think he's done very well, though, because his options were not fantastic for the most part. Even if I get paid. What is that in reference to, Johnny? Are you responding to something that happened like 5 minutes ago? Greater Voidwalker. He's going with the big boys. This guy has Devour, doesn't it? So technically he's actually a really good unit. He's a little squishy to some degree, but he's like having a destroyer. Oh, he's got the Chain Lightning. It might be the upgraded version of this that has Devour. I don't know if the level 6 version has it. Frost Armor and Chain. Stylo knows more than I do. What a nerd. Yeah, no, Witch Doctor. I'm getting paid to do this dot strategy. Oh, am I now? I see. I see what Johnny means now. Yeah, the red one has Devour. I think these ghosts are quite cool. They're like trolls, aren't they? Like, they remind me of like kind of tribalistic trolls. They're not trolls, but you know, like the totem poles and that kind of thing. They look a bit more wacky and sort of voodoo style. Quite abnormal.
Hi! Hey, a unicorn. I requested this map before and enjoyed you playing it. It's
Oh, I think I remember that one. I might be wrong. Hank disagrees, actually. He thinks it's a different map. There's a bug, apparently. What's the bug? Shit. What's this bug? Hank's run is ruined. Stylo, you ruined his run. Thank you very much, Sasha. Gridlock, isn't that the really... That's one where, like, you get chased by a creature at the start. Everyone does. And you've got to kite them into your towers without getting killed. Is it that one? That was really kind of funny. And a good map. He did not receive Skeletal Marksman. Oh. As if this run wasn't rigged enough. Against poor Hank. He's not even getting rewarded properly. Ah, Hippo versus Hippo violence. He's coming in with that front claw that's pointing the other way. And he's going to be victorious because of it. Maximum concentration. I'd surprised you were able to bank that much with the Hippo and still not get auto-attacked. There. Oh, that is a miss because it got too far away. I got hit by a Murloc And I was running away from it. The Murloc was here. My unit got to like here, and the Murloc still connected somehow. I was like, that should have 100% been a miss. Goes with the Kodo Beast. Nice. Well, the army's getting back up there. 27 food. Oh, he's up against a Magnetar Destroyer. This guy's got Breath of Frost and Frostbolt.
And spell immunity.
Oh, Warstar. I don't know if he has Frost Breath then. Maybe he does. He's got like all sorts. They're cool though, aren't they, Magnetars? They're like the shad versions of Centaur, aren't they, basically? Like the alpha male. Like Virgin Centaur versus Shad Magnetar. Frostbolt, Slam, Bash, Spell Immunity. Oh, okay, so you have slightly different ones. Failed. Receive 3 new researchers. Oh, that seems like a shame because you actually did pick a lot of researchers in general. I mean, not a ton. You got cannibalized here for your cheeky abomination. I guess in a weird way, it's almost worth picking that just for that one unit. Because it is a free heal. There's a lot of units here. Coming in with a chomp. Chain Lightning? Maybe? Maybe it doesn't feel necessary. He'd rather use the mana on Frost Armor. Abomination's going to need to start chomping on some bones. Some cannibalize action. Here he goes. Look at that health regen. What's that? It's like twice as good as a healing ward, isn't it? It's probably like 10% health per second or something. Not many people actually pick these buffs, do they? When they benefit you. You're more likely to pick them when they don't benefit you. Like they work against the enemy. Sacrifice 2 units. Poor... Oh, he went with the Yennefer. Poor Hank. He's on week 7, day 2, though. So he's well in there, isn't he? So far. Oh, the pillar's going to get beaten now. And if it's not the pillar getting beaten, that's a good one to do mass inner fire. Because this is a horrible level. This is like one that would typically break you. If this doesn't kill you, it's going to essentially begin the end of your demise. I think this is like a bit rough because it's throwing witch doctors at him. Yikes. This is like too much to fight versus. Why is this level suddenly so difficult? Abomination tanking it up. He'll get a nice juicy cannibalize if he can survive this. If he can survive this. He needs to come out that net so he can attack one of his own units and stop the computer from attacking him, but the net lasts for frickin' ever. Oh, I feel so bad for Hank. Look at that glaive value. It bounces on every single unit. Oh my god. That was brutal. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I don't think it works in this. That phrase is a little bit flawed. Okay, good luck. In comes the hippo. Oh, the Sacred Pillars destroy. Week 7, day 3. Is that the furthest so far? That's very good going. Well done there, Hank. Considering the options you got, that's pretty miraculous. You got really horrible options throughout that. And then it was even more rigged because Stylo was taking away your rewards. Do we have another champion available for the Test of Faith continuation? Ban Stylo. I might ban Key Chrono. Not sure if I'll ban Stylo though. Stylo's just checking if our next champion is available. Not one Witch Doctor though. Well done, Hank. That was a tough game. You did probably just as well as I could. Not sure if you did as good as I could. I'm pretty amazing, to be fair. But you almost did it. There's no way to say that without sounding insanely egotistic, is there? No, you did really, really good. You just basically migrated pretty much as you could under the pressure you was under. You was getting like nothing from rewards. They were just awful, awful options. It's like all of my units are on like 20% health, and you want to give me +1 food supply. Okay. That's real helpful. That goes to show, though, if you do go full into research, you're not necessarily going to be rewarded for it. It is the gamble. If you did get that Witch Doctor, though, that would have been pretty darn nice. Can I participate in this as well? No. I wouldn't anyway, because it wouldn't, like, I don't think you should, like, if I host a tournament or something like that. Because it would just be really weird. And it would also be really uncomfortable if I actually did win or something. So I'll just take the prize money. Okay. RG is our next champion. Game name RG. The house always wins. Yeah. We're referees, weren't we? So this is RG basically. It's got 148 on the ping here. Weren't you supposed to host, Stylo? Sorry, Yuta. Never mind. I don't know if I am causing players to lag or not. My internet connection's actually been much better lately. I'm almost getting 8 upload. Yeah, if you want. Ask F10 if he wants it. I don't mind. Game name F10. Oh, he's cheeky. He's going to try and host it himself. I'm not sure if we should allow that. Allowing the players themselves. That'd be impressive if he did create the game that quickly. I might have to reload. Yeah, you are trapped in here with me. Everything is grayed out. I'm gonna have to Alt F10, Alt F4 this. Oh. You think I am trapped with you, but really it is you who is trapped with me. Oh, damn it. Is the game name made? Or I'm not having any luck getting in. He did say F10, didn't he? I think he's going to host his own version, Stylo. He's taken your map and he's edited it. You got to be very specific with lowercase and uppercase. It's got 48 ping now. Start us off when you're ready, F10. You say it's the same ping, but why does his ping look lower? I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm not technically minded. Do we have a Blizzard representative in chat who could enlighten us? Okay, he's picked the right options at least. And he's gone with undead. So those ghouls are dead. And he's going with the hug strategy. All the creatures are coming from the same angle, so that's not too bad. This little one can heal. Bringing down the brute. They got medium armor, so once you've taken this guy down, since he's the focus, you might want to set the ghouls. These guys can waste their time though, healing though. Like, their heal isn't exactly that efficient. So they're just healing themselves now. Might get an item to spread blight. That would work until you come across a creature that for some reason might dispel any buffs that are on you. And if you're standing on that blight, that would suck. He's gone with the greater mana. Look, that fiend's shy. It's hiding behind the pillar. He's hoping to get the Mountain King hero. +1 food supply. Enemies, 50% of enemies are entangled. Ring of Protection +3 or Mountain King. Which one do you choose? Ring of Protection. Always. Always Ring of Protection. Ah! He's taking his frustration out on the greater mana. Hey, that can still be useful. A greater mana pot
The player's forces are under attack.
on the medicine man. That's a free healing ward, that is. Yeah. He might go with the sacrifice all units. So you could get the Revenant. I can't remember which one. It might be the Revenant of the Depths or one of those ones. But that can summon, like, the water elementals. Hello, surfing colours. Did a ghoul just die? Warsong battle drums. A knight is actually a really good unit, though. Yeah, no, is this sacrifices the next day, is it? I didn't see it. Was there a sacrifice option there?
The player's forces are under attack.
Angry troll. There's the sacrifice. Oh, it's the sea turtle. Sea turtle. No. Sea turtle's so bad. It's gonna micro this sea turtle for maximum value. It's gonna take some hits on the pillar. Otherwise you're gonna take too much damage if you're fighting two mobs at the same time. Oh, get out of it, Stylo. Turtle's amazing as if you can pull it off. Said no one ever. Oh yeah, no, it's really good, Styler. You're right. Top value. Wand of the Wind. Giant Skeleton Warrior. This is a weird game. That's some value right there. Spend a maximum of 500 mana. He's going for the Crypt Fiend. Does the most damage to it. He knows, like, what does damage to what. It's just choices. The luck. He probably did want to sacrifice all units, and I've gone into the game with that mentality. And I've been forced to sacrifice for a turtle. I was wondering if he was going to go with the day 7 enraged. Oh, he's got a Hippo Rider. That's pretty sick. I don't think we've seen a game where someone's got mass Hippo Riders. Is that the Fizzier? Oh my god, he bloodlusted himself. Oh. Alright, nice. Hippo's taking some damage now. How the hell did you swing that? That's pretty good. Tauren? Build this army back up. Sludge Monstrosity is slow, but I'll probably take a Tauren instead. Yeah. Turtle's chewing the cud. He goes to the heel. You right there, F10? How we doing? Is the host too laggy for you? I didn't see that. 666. It never happened. Sorceress and Draenei Disciple. New challenge. Receive 3 new researchers. That's a tricky one when you've got such a low food supply. Okay. Centaur. Wolf. Centaur. He's taken out the Impaler, which has the searing arrows at the bottom left. Just be a bit careful with that sorceress. They get a little bit mana happy. Trigger happy with their mana. Just because they're spellcasters. They like flinging them. And they sometimes cast slow unnecessarily. That's one of the tricky things I find when playing human and sorks. Is you kind of want to have it on auto cast, but you can't really, because they waste a lot of the mana. But then when you don't have it on auto cast, you got to remember to cast it, especially at very important moments. It's very easy to forget. cripple on the skeleton. It's almost like the necromancer's just asserting his authority over undead, no matter what the situation is. Hippo rider on the priest. Look at that heal though from that priest. He's almost standing toe to toe with this hippo with those heals. Obsidian statue. Slow and steady wins the race. Potion of greater mana yet to be utilized. I think you are enjoying the priest's incapability of being a threat so that you can heal some more health, which is a viable tactic. Or as a professional person would say, a viable tactic.
A player's forces are under attack.
Searing arrows aplenty. And a harpy hag. I like the broken Draenei. I think they're kind of funny. I don't think they find it funny though. Rogue Wizard, Frost Armor, Renegade Wizard, Water Elemental, normally. Purge yourself! What a badass! Freaking Antonidas' brother over here. Ooh! Summon a dire mammoth, or the much better option, Flute of Accuracy. He's almost made it to week 3, so you haters and doubters, I've been taught a lesson. That wolf though. That damn there wolf. Sea turtle still going. Said enough of the skeleton. Trying to rig the system for more benefits food supply wise. If he killed that, if he didn't kill that skeleton, would that be +1 food instead? I am a little dozy today, yeah. I stayed up quite late last night because I was playing 4 versus 4 RT and I couldn't win a game for shit. I had a bit of a bad spat. I lost like 6 games in a row. Oh. Funny thing is I don't actually lose any experience because the matchmaking system is so rigged against me that the game doesn't actually expect me to win. I'm probably going to be able to get rank 1 maybe with negative stats, like with more losses than wins in 4 versus 4 RT, because I don't lose any points when I lose, because it keeps putting me against people that are freaking useless. It puts me with people that are absolutely useless. So that when I do lose, it's like, well, that was an expected result. So you don't lose anything. Oh yeah, I've already got rank 1. So I'm not actually trying to get rank 1, I'm just joking about it, but I'm legitimately serious. Like, it is putting me with the worst people imaginable. And it has done for a really long time. Basically ever since I got rank 1 on that account. It's fucked. It's screwed. I can't. I'm doomed. Oh, the behemoth. Spin to win. I don't think I like really any of those options. Failed. Yeah, the behemoths are quite squishy. These units, so healthy, so strong. I mean, give him credit, he's done well considering how bad that sea turtle is. If Stylo was to be believed, though, the sea turtle is wicked sick. That's pretty rough. As if it wasn't hard enough as it is. Getting ensnared so you can't even attack. Oh, the turtle. The turtle. No. He even dismounted to try to save himself and split the distraction, but it wasn't enough. GG. That's what happens when you pick the turtle. Do we have another champion? You get fashion points for sacrificing a unit. Not sure if you do. Look at my 4 versus 4 R2. I'm 13 games away from being equal to my wins and losses. But I still keep winning. Your last contestant has not responded yet, even though he was here yesterday deciding if him or Ember plays. Was that Fahali? Fahalali. 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 Falafel. Fahali. Fahili. Overclocked is saying that he can take his spot. Is that in the rules? I don't think that's in the rules, is it? You don't think that would be fair? I don't think it would personally be very fair if Overclock was to throw a fight that would result in me not getting 10,000 gold because of a solid bet. I think that would probably be quite unfair as well, but it happened. So is that the end of this chapter then? So who's playing tomorrow if that's the case? If that's the end of this chapter? Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Richard Whitty here. Yeah. It's a housed horse and it's subscribed. Does that mean it's potty trained? So that's it for today, and then you have the finals tomorrow, which would be Ember, Hank, and Nobbin. Is that it? Are those our 3 top players? You're not potty trained. Oh well, at least you're honest. You can always, there's still time to learn. You're welcome, son. Okay. Well, it looks like we'll call it because I can't really edit these videos, so to speak, when they're long like this. This is just what it is. So as soon as I cut this point off, that's it. If he turns up later and is like, hey, I want to play, it's like, I can't include it in this section of the video, so to speak. I think that's it. Ember, Hank, and Nobbin tomorrow. This is going on YouTube, yeah. I'm just saying.